What happens when you mix the sounds of classical music with the visuals and dance styles of twerking? Well, you get Waveya's performance of Dvorak's Symphony No. 9, of course. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Midnight Theories, and if you're new here, welcome to Midnight Theories. In 2014, a musical artist unexpectedly rose to the top of the most watched new music video charts, claiming one of the top 3 spots, beating huge names like Katy Perry, Ricky Martin, and Avril Lavigne. Who was it? It was classical composer Antonin Dvorak. Before we get into the performance and collaboration that fused 2 very different worlds to create this masterpiece, let's get to know the dancers and choreographers that starred in the video. So, who are Waveya? Waveya is a South Korean dance group composed of sisters Ari and Miu. Their group lineup has changed over the years, and you can see it within their many videos. Waveya was created back in 2006 and started posting videos on YouTube in 2011. If you frequent the K-pop dance tags, you might have come across one of their hundreds of dance covers, performances, or tutorials. The Korean dance duo have been making videos for over a decade and have amassed close to 4 million subscribers on YouTube and gained their major boost of popularity from their Gangnam Style video. Now, these women are not limited to just K-pop. They have a wide array of dance covers ranging from genres like hip-hop, pop, reggaeton, and they can add classical music to the list. So, how did this collaboration come to be? Belgium holds their annual classic music festival with the help of B Classics. Their mission is to bring classical music to a younger audience. Classic spokesman Frank Peters, a Dutch classical pianist, said, "He's not convinced that the youth are uninterested in classical music. I think it's simply more difficult for them to discover." B Classics reached out to the public and asked them to create an entertaining video for one of these 5 composers for a chance to win the director spot on the Caviar roster.
This is what classical music looks like on YouTube now. Quite boring, isn't it? Please, can you make a music video for one of these guys? For Tchaikovsky, Glinka, Mahler, Rossini, or for Beethoven? We've cleared the music rights for 5 masterpieces. Now it's up to you. Make this thing less boring.
In this day and age, we commonly consume and discover new music through streaming sites and music videos here on YouTube. We are hyper-fixated on the visuals and choreography that have us memorized to keep watching more. For classical music, it is very different. B Classics wanted to change this and made the first modern music video for a classic composer. So, how do they market classical music to the youth? Well, twerking, of course. In 2014, Waveya was approached to appear in the video and created the choreography to the music that would bring more attention to classical music and in the process try to grab the attention of new and youthful audience. The production went into full force and we got this masterpiece. Once the video was launched on both cinema and YouTube, it was safe to say that the video did not go unnoticed. Everyone was talking about it from major news sites to public forums and social media sites. It even reached MTV, and for the very first time, MTV played classical music on their channel in between other popular artists around the same time. The viral music video also played on other music stations, garnering more exposure. This was one of the 4 music videos the company would produce for their classical comeback project, but this music video was the only one to gain viral notoriety. The audience response was mixed and brought up the debate if the project was made in good faith. Headlines were calling the young women trashy and wondering what was going on through the minds of the people to make such an appalling video, while other headlines praised them for bringing new life to the music genre. One thing was for certain, this was probably not the way Dvorak thought his music would be honored in the years to come. The video reached 3 million views in the first week, made $10 million in revenue, and completely sold out the music festival. They wanted classical music to get the same recognition as pop music, and for B Classics, it was a win. Unfortunately, for this bittersweet end, the original video got taken down for copyright, so the millions of views it amassed initially were wiped and now have less than 1 million views. If you want to watch the full music video, I will link it down in the description, along with B Classics and Waveya's YouTube channels. While Waveya are not a K-pop group, and not just a K-pop dance cover group, K-pop has found its fair share of featuring classical pieces in their songs. So here's a lengthy list of K-pop groups that actually sampled some classical music. In 1999, Shinhwa released their song Top, Twinkling of Paradise. The song sampled Tchaikovsky's Lake in the Moonlight, or some of you might recognize it as the Swan Lake song. The group's song was recognized for its major commercial success, but caught some backlash when they were accused of plagiarism for Top resembling too close to rappers Lacrosse Save Me. Shinhwa's response? Recently in 2020, Cherry Bullet released their upbeat and energetic song Hands Up and incorporated a reimagined version of Beethoven's For Elise throughout the song. In 2014, Top Dog released their self-titled song Top Dog from their Amadeus album. The title track sampled Mozart's Symphony No. 25. The entire album is actually heavily based around classical music, sampling and quoting famous pieces. Both Akmu's Last Goodbye and Hello Venus, Would You Stay for Tea both sampled Pachelbel's Canon in D major. Both ensembles were able to sample the same song and make it fit their very different concepts. 2016, Ladies Code released their ballad Shakwon that was heavily inspired by Bach's Partita No. 2 Shakwon. The song opens up with a beautiful violin accompanying the sorrowful lyrics. In 2017, Momoland released their bright and playful song Freeze that incorporated Fuchik's entry of the Gladiator, commonly recognized as circus music. Momoland used this concept for their carnival-themed music video. In 2009, FT Island released their song Missing You and incorporated Vivaldi's Winter and gave us an emotional rock interpretation of the song. SF9 released their energetically charged song Jungle Game that sampled Grieg's In the Hall of the Mountain King. Coming-of-age singer Park Ji-yoon sampled Habanera's Carmen for her 2000 hit song Song in the Moonlight. In TVXQ's Triangle, featuring Boa and Trax, they borrowed Mozart's Symphony No. 40 and cleverly intertwined it to fit their heavy rock and R&B style. Continuing their dark and moody concept, Vic sampled Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata for their song Fantasy. It's all mine. It's my fantasy. Now, let's rapid fire a few more songs, and I'm sure there are plenty of more songs I missed, so list them down below in the comments. What are your thoughts on the crossover of these two very different worlds? How could classical music grab your attention if not already? Would you like to hear more classical music influences in K-pop by your favorite groups? Orchestra covers of K-pop songs you already love? Or how about listening to orchestra play all your favorite K-drama OSTs? Leave all your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching and enjoy your stay.